What is going on, guys? Welcome to your second video, and in this video what we're going to be doing is we're going to be uploading a test video to the website just to make sure everything's running smooth and we don't got any bugs or anything. But before we do that, I want to mention this. What I did is I bought some shared hosting, which is basically a space on the internet that you could upload files, and I also bought a testing domain name, and that's lisa1986.com. So of course this is not the final name of the website, but this is just a domain name I bought so you guys can follow the progression of the website and check out its latest development. So again, like I said, lisa1986.com is going to be the testing website for this project. So later on, whenever we decide on a final name for the website, all we have to do is pack up the database and all of our files and move it over to the domain name. So it takes like 5 minutes, but for testing purposes, there you go. So like I said, I bought a testing website basically, and whenever you buy a shared hosting account and log into it, especially through HostGator, it logs you right into your control panel. Now, the very first thing we need to be able to do is upload files to our website because that's what we're developing, of course. So how do we upload files to the website? So the first thing we need to do is we need to create an FTP account. Now, FTP is basically the protocol where you transfer files from your computer to a server. So let's go ahead and learn how to do that first. If you look in your control panel, you're going to see a little icon called FTP accounts. Go ahead and click that, and whenever you do, it's going to ask you pretty much to create a user. So I'm just going to name my user Bucky20, and I'm going to give them the password of, actually I'm not even going to tell you guys because I don't trust you guys. You hooligans are going to try to hack into my website. Just go, I have copied this and use password. It just gave me like a random password, but make your own. And now the only other thing that we want to change is this. Make sure that our directory is pointing to public HTML. There might be an extension on the end, but public HTML is basically the main folder that when people go to look at your website, this is the main files that you're going to see. All of your web files you want to put in this folder. So that's why we want to change the directory to that. So we got our name, password, we want to put it in the main directory, and we go ahead and hit create FTP account. And now it says account created, Bucky20, we're good to go. And just verify down here that this is your login name, your path, make sure it ends in public HTML. And now what we need to do is we need to actually log into our account. So in order to do that, probably the most popular way is to use something called FileZilla. Now this is basically a program that you can install on your computer, and it's really easy. With like one click of a button, you could transfer files that you've been working on your computer to your server. So in order to log on to your server, this is what you do. When your account is created down here, you can click on this button, Configure FTP Client. Now this is all the information that you need to log into your server. So I already have that password copied that hopefully you guys didn't see, and I'm going to plug that in the password. Now for the host, as you can see, it's this thing right here, FTP server. So go ahead and copy that right there, and that's going to be your host name. So paste that right in the host name. Now for username, it may be the username you created, but more likely they added an extension on the end of it. So mine is Bucky20 at lisa1986.com. The whole entire thing is your username, not only Bucky20. So I'm going to go ahead and plug that into username, and the port, you need that too. And if you look, it's port 21. Probably could have just typed that, but I'm too lazy. Just going to go ahead and paste that. Now go ahead and hit quick connect, and you're going to see a whole bunch of matrix things runs right here, and it says directory listing successful. So now, even though you guys don't see it, on the right hand side of your screen it says empty directory. This is basically all of the web folders for our server, and on the left is our computer. So this is our computer, this is the web server. So obviously we need to make a test file for the web server just to see if it works. So right now, if you guys are curious, whenever you go to lisa1986.com, it gives you this little default page. It's pretty much the standard page when you have no files listed. So what we want to do is we want to just upload a test file real quick. So I'm going to go ahead and open Notepad++ and create a real quick HTML file. So HTML, and actually it's not going to be an HTML file, you guys are going to see in a second. HTML, and just create a, you don't even need a header right now. Body, body. And we might as well put it in a cool heading. Heading 1, that's a pretty cool one. And heading 1. Now, I'm guessing you guys are familiar with PHP already, but if you aren't, what you can do is we're going to be saving all of our development files as .php extensions. That way we can embed PHP code right in the HTML file. So what you can do, if you save it as HTML file, your PHP code isn't going to run, but if you save it as a PHP file, your PHP and HTML is going to run. I bet you guys knew that already, but I just think I'd stress it. So I'm just going to write bacon sauce, just like that. Now go ahead and save this as, what I did is I made a folder on my desktop called Lisa, and I'm just going to name it this index.php, and it's crucial that this is what you name your file, even though you guys might just be downloading the same file, and go ahead and hit save. Now check this out. In FileZilla, go ahead and navigate, and I already navigated to my desktop, Lisa. Now go ahead and refresh this and you see your file right there. Now in order to get files to your server, once you're logged in, go ahead and navigate to the directory you want, and we already are in the public HTML, and just double click your file just like that. Now when you do, you see that it appears on the right hand side and you get this little prompt at the top: directory listing successful. Basically you were successful in moving this file to your server. So how can we verify that? Well, we just uploaded a test homepage. So if you go back to lisa1986.com and hit refresh, check it out. It says bacon sauce. So like I said, the index.php is your default page whenever anyone goes to lisa1986.com, or pretty much your main web page. So there you go, our server is hooked up correctly. In the next tutorial, what we're going to be doing is getting our hands a little bit dirtier now that we know everything is working correctly and set up. And yeah, that's basically it. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.